But we were going into some good shit there because of like how we can access things. I had a question here. One sec. Yeah, when do you know it's love and not lust or attraction or understanding or sexual attachment?
I think I can clarify this very simply. To actually be in love, you have to be very intelligent. Point period blank. Because if you can't decipher your emotions accurately, which I think is part of being intelligent, you don't know what the fuck's going on any goddamn second of the day. So you could get into a situation where it's lust and you would think it was love because you don't have the repertoire or the analytical skills to understand that this is just like.
Because I was going to disagree with you, but then when you said it that way, and that made way more sense. Because if you can't decipher if it's not love, if it's something else, then you have no clue the whole time if you actually were in love. The thing is, like, I don't think you need to be smart to be in love, but you need to be smart enough to know when it's love.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like retards can't do it because it's just like it's a mess, you know. Because they can get into like a situation where it's lust for one, and then it's like something else for the other.
I'll say lust and sexual attachment are in close proximity there.
Yeah, because I mean, the only difference with the sexual attachment is just like if you like the sex, it's so good you just want to stay, and then it's like, fucking be fun.
But I don't think you can. For me, at least, the whole shebang of love, I don't think you could ever have a sexual relationship. I don't think you can have a truly like full of love relationship without the sex.
Yeah. Shout out to the fucking morons. You know, because there's weird people like abstinence. Come on, bro. Like what are you, a psychopath?
Yeah, I don't think it's a determining factor in that sense. But if it's not there, you're basically
this
friends.
Is the thing. Yeah, what are you doing? You just
have this universal love with each other, which we can talk about later if you want to talk about the love for mankind and the universe and the
some
world. Some
cheesy thing, and then it gets to like platonic, like because those are like almost working relationships. You know, like it's just somehow mutually beneficial. Those are inconceivable in a way. I mean, I don't know if you're in love with somebody, you best be fucking them because that's the fucking peak of it, you know? That's how you get to express it. That's the fucking...
I know for me as a man, like, I really can connect with a person through sex.
Yeah.
And obviously foreplay, I feel like that can tie into the whole sexual experience.
Yeah.
Like the flirtations and things like that.
You can read a lot from those fucking actions. Without, you know, because talking to people, you read a bunch, but like when it gets to sex, it's like you see how, like, it's fucking... It cuts to the truth. Yeah. Like, are you what you say you are or what you're not? You know, like, people can talk game and then their fucking dick be lame. You know,
well, like, the whole foreplay can make, like, might be a bad analogy. It can make, like a sexual experience from 0 to 10.
Yeah.
The flirtation can make the sexual experience from, like, 0 to 100 scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's the build and the build.
The build, you're constantly just building and building.
Then it's like, you know, can you perform? Can you walk the walk? You know, you're just talking the talk, but can you walk the walk?
That's exactly it.
Cock. So
I think that was a good answer. I liked what you said there.
With the if you know whether it's less or not.
Yeah.
I had one here. This how it ties in, but I was watching I watch a lot of fucking rom-coms, and anyways, because love for me is a big thing that I always, you know, think about. We can just go into Soulmates. So I was gonna fucking say something else, but Soulmates, I'm like a 1,000,000% believer in fucking soulmates.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, like I've just ever since I've been young, I've always felt like there's just one for me. That's like.
I suppose you don't want to debate if there's a soul or not either, then.
I mean, if you want to debate that, I
think that's like...
I'm going to slap you. No. I mean, obviously there's a fucking soul. You think there's not a soul? You're going to...
I don't know if that's... The thing is, like... Yeah. I don't want to get into that right now, because I think that's a whole other video, honestly.
We got a couple minutes to speak
But for the sake of the argument, I will give the analogy of if we have souls.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about soulmates, right?
Yeah. So wait, you got an analogy, or I can keep talking about this?
You can keep talking about it. I was just saying for the sake of what I was saying before.
Like soulmate, I mean, the term kind of pisses me off because it's so cheesy, and every time I see somebody say that that's their soulmate, and I know, like, I mean, maybe it's just the psychic skills kicking in. I'm like, this bitch ain't fucking for this guy, and this guy ain't for this bitch. And it's like, okay, well.
Sometimes you just know, like, just the way that they communicate with each other.
You're like, this is a front. Fuck that. So the soulmate thing, I mean, whatever. The soulmate, in my idea of it, it's like, I mean, I can just spit you like some of the dreams or my daydreams is like I meet this girl on a crosswalk is where I've always thought, like, because it's like,
crossing the street.
Yeah, like we meet in the middle of the street. It's kind of like metaphoric, and then she'll just be. I like what you're saying with the kind of like alpha female type thing. Like she's got to have some balls to her. She's got to have some guts, and she's got to know who she is. So like, there's all this stuff with this, and I guess, like, I do tie a lot of my astrology stuff in because, like, there's a lot of placements that I've read that say, like, okay, well, once you meet, like, your wife or whatever, it's going to be, more beneficial if you live with her. Like, if once you guys move in together, you'll make more money, you'll, like, be more successful, all these things. So there's these little things. But the soulmate thing for me, like, aside from astrology, is just, I know that I'm strange in a way, and I feel like
really never noticed.
Well, if I'm here existing like this, I can't imagine that the gods were so cruel that they just sent me to be here without like, I don't mind being alone, but like the fact that I exist, I feel like that means that another person like this exists. So that once we meet up, like, it's not just going to be about love. Like, we'll fucking, be like weird scientists somewhere, and we'll just work on a lot of theories, and I don't know, maybe we'll fucking
the thing
have a
is,
lab
like,
or something.
If let's just say you found your soulmate, and she was not very physically attractive, but she had all the things you're looking for.
Yeah.
And, like, the mental aspects, like, would you still pursue that? Or would you, like,
move on to something
to second best?
Impossible. That shit don't fly with me. I mean, people would say back in the day, oh, you're shallow because you like looks. Fuck those people, man. I mean, if I like titties and ass, I like titties and ass. If I like good looking titties and ass, I like good looking titties and ass. It's
you like what you like, and that's
part of the fucking deal for me. Exactly. So if you fucking debunk this right now, if people say you're shallow because you like looks, fuck those people who are saying that. A lot of people be saying stupid things, and that's just another stupid person saying stupid things.
The thing is, like, if you met that person,
I get what you mean, because I did have this interaction.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Have this subtraction of that. If she had decent looks and the personality that you always wanted, right?
See,
and you would want to frame her that way, because, like you were saying earlier, you start looking at the things why you like about her, and that makes her personality more powerful than how she's looking. Yeah,
like, it's a full package deal, I feel like it's tip to toe. I also have this theory that, and this doesn't play out all the time because there's kind of two ways this works, but good-looking people, all right, I think that a portion of them are, how do I even say this? I want to say that they're like the full package, but I can't really say this because everybody's met enough beautiful people who are just fucking ridiculously, like, stupid or just, unattractive on the inside. So when you get a person that is so attractive on the inside, I feel like it's bound to reflect on the outside. Now, it might not reflect in the traditional ways, and this is where I kind of think, like, my wife won't be like, I don't know, Pamela Anderson. I wouldn't want, that's a look I've never liked. She'd be more Penelope Cruz. Is it Penelope Cruz? Yeah. She'd be more looking like that, or Lord.
Lord's like the exotic type.
Yeah. So, like, it'll have like a different kind of look to it. So maybe it might not be traditionally beauty. And this maybe is irrelevant, but
it's to you, and that's what makes, like, it's like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Like, the thing what I guess I'm trying to say is, like, I think if the way that she would be so complex and fluid on the inside, figured out, and so beautiful on the inside that it would just be bound to reflect on the outside. That's why I say it's impossible that she could be ugly, because I feel like there's a symbiotic thing with that. Like, that she would be maybe similar to a genius. So, like, she's going to look, like, put together on the outside just as well as the inside. I'm trying to think, like, Tesla wasn't a bad-looking cat.
You say that.
Smart.
I know what you mean. You say that, but what comes to mind right off the bat is, like, Have you ever met a girl you liked that was shy? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shy girls out there.
Yeah, I met...
especially...
shy, well...
I've actually met women that are extremely attractive, too, and they're really shy, and it's just like... It almost makes you question what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, with the shyness, because, I mean, the thing is, like...
It's almost like they have, like, not enough self-confidence.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if it's like you see something like that and you think that you could like them, because I've been in situations where I've seen girls that have, like, the look of them and I've felt like, you know, there's some kind of pull there, but, like, they're not forthcoming with it, which is obviously be more attractive if they were forthcoming, but... I've pursued it, you know, and just, you know, get to know them and found that like, shy is a weird thing for me, man, because I feel like shy is like, it gets to be one of these things that are interpretable, because shy doesn't really exist. It's either like mentally, like, you're fucked up and you don't have good social skills and, like, you can't really cope, so, like, you're weird in, like, an autistic type sense, or it's... You just, like, you don't know
how to break them out of their shell.
No. I'm saying shy doesn't exist because shy is either like they have some sort of weird thing that's like a deficiency, or shy is misinterpreted by somebody who just doesn't want to fucking talk to you. Where, you know, like, it's just like, you know, there's
what's the word? They're conservative.
Yeah, conservative. You know, because sometimes I think, like, introverts don't actually exist. I think introvert is like, you know, you just don't want to fucking have dumb talks with dumb people, and then you get called an introvert. I'm not a fucking introvert. It's like, I'm not fucking wasting my time talking a bag of bullshit with your fucking bag of dick brains, you know?
I don't really think those concepts exist.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I feel like most people are kind of... If you're gonna label that, it's more or less like a balanced scale, like ambivert. Like, there's situations where I would say that I'm using those terms more introverted, but then I'm out in public, I can be extremely extroverted.
Yeah, and then
so you can't really like be one or the other.
I've often thought that extroverts are, for the most part, morons, because they feed off of social interaction, and social interaction is rarely complex or, like, worth much. Like, you know, shooting the shit and joking with people is fun, but, like, just having, like, a conversational, like, oh, what do you do? How's your day? Like, that's a normal social interaction. Yeah. But that's such a waste of time. Like, it's a waste of time. I mean, what do you know, there are, like, parts
I believe
you get to know the person. Like, obviously, it's kind of context a little bit, you know, because if you meet somebody for the first time, you're going to be asking them this, you know, the basic normal questions. But then you meet some people sometime where, like, you know right off the bat, it's like, I don't want to be friends with this person. But then you go through the niceties, and it's like, that to me is such a fucking waste of time. It's like, I already know I don't like you. Like, let's just, you know, keep on going our separate ways, whatever, and then not do the niceties. But then I feel like that's a scenario where people could say, oh, like, maybe he was shy, or like, if it was me, they'd probably say, oh, like, he was rude because he just didn't talk to me. But for me, it's like, I know I don't like you, and I'm not going to like you. So, like, I'm not going to waste either of our times.
And we're well equipped enough to know, like, how social dynamics work and all those types of things, especially in situations like that.
Yeah. It's weird that we haven't developed something more complex. I feel like Europeans...
I think we have. I think that's what... we have slang terms now that can mean so many different things.
Yeah,
like, it might not be the most beneficial of complexities, but we have changes, and it is ever changing.
I just feel like the base model should have risen by now. Like, the base model's been the same since I've been a goddamn kid.
I know what you mean, and you're right. I think that's kind of a problem a little bit.